And good morning. Welcome back to Do I Need a Lawyer? I'm Gary Martin Hayes. If you have a question for me, we make it easy for you to get the answer. Pick up the phone, give us a call, 770-934-8000, or you can email me, gary@garymartinhayes.com. And look, thanks for starting your day with us. I appreciate it. Let's go to a question now from one of our viewers. Hi, Gary. I hope you were able to respond to this email because I need some answers and maybe your help. I was riding my bicycle about a month ago. I was actually in a lane that was clearly marked as a bike lane. I was about 100 yards from an intersection. The light for our direction of travel was green. An older woman that was driving in the lane next to me suddenly came over to my lane and knocked me off my bike. She told the police officer she didn't see me and she was getting ready to turn right at the intersection. Well, my injuries are pretty severe. I was taken by ambulance to the emergency room. They diagnosed me with a broken clavicle and a fractured right arm. I had to have surgery on my arm because of the severity of the fracture. Do I need a lawyer? And I'm concerned the driver is going to try to blame me even though the police officer gave her the ticket. And that's from Franklin in Stone Mountain. Franklin, thanks for the question. I'm sorry to hear about your wreck, and let me tell you right now, yes, you need a lawyer. I'd be happy to talk with you about your claim. And I'll answer this in a little more detail in just a moment, but let me give our viewers some disturbing, alarming statistics about bicycle accidents. And these stats come to us from the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety. And this is a review of bicycle fatalities between 1975 and 2002. 660 bicyclists were killed in crashes with motor vehicles in 2002. These fatal bike accidents are most likely to occur on Fridays and Saturdays, and the peak time is between 3 and 9 p.m. And according to the report in 1998, 98% of the bicyclists that were killed reportedly were not wearing helmets. 71% of the bicyclists that were killed in the crashes were riders 16 years of age and older. More bicyclists were killed in urban areas than in rural areas. That's 64% compared to 36%. 57% of bicycle deaths occurred on major roads and 37% occurred on local roads. 35% of bicycle deaths occurred at or near intersections. And Franklin, I know that this hits home for you because you were approaching the intersection when the at-fault driver came into your lane. What about some stats about bicycle wrecks here in Georgia? This is from the Georgia Department of Transportation. They tell us that bicycle riders are 10 times more likely to be involved in an accident than those riding in automobiles. Between 2000 and 2006, there were nearly 7,000 bicycle accidents in Georgia. In the same time frame, there were 118 bicyclist deaths as a result of accidents. And biking, it's really become more popular over the last few years here in Georgia. The city of Atlanta currently has 30 miles of bike lanes, and they plan to add an additional 15.2 miles. Bicycling is going to continue to grow not only as a healthy recreational activity, but nowadays with gas so expensive, it's a more affordable means of transportation. So Franklin, let's look at your concerns. You were riding your bike in the bike lane and the driver did not see you. It was her negligence in not noticing you when she came up next to you. She was also negligent in not making sure the bike lane was clear when she started pulling over to make her turn. You weren't doing anything wrong. You were operating your bike as the law allows in the bike lane when she hit you. And let me tell you, this is one of the major defenses that we see insurance companies try to use in these cases. They will claim bicycles are hard to see, or I don't know where he came from because I never saw him. We will quickly want to get a copy of the police report to see if there were any witnesses to the wreck so we can immediately interview them. Now, there are a couple of things I don't know from your question that are very important. What time of day did the wreck occur, and what were you wearing? And let's talk about both of those for a quick second. What time of day? If it was daylight and not raining, then the driver really has no excuse whatsoever. The facts get a little more difficult if it's dusk or dark in an area that is not well lit, which brings up why I'd want to know what you were wearing while riding. If it was dark and you were wearing light-colored clothing with reflective patches, this certainly would have made you more visible. Lights on your bike as well as headgear with reflective stickers also would have increased your visibility to others. If this ever were to become a question as to whether or not the driver could have or should have seen you, we can always hire an expert to review just how visible you were at the time of the wreck. And I would hope the insurance company would not contest that their insured is at fault for this wreck. Now, let me quickly remind all of our viewers these important safety tips. Georgia's traffic laws apply to you. If you're on a bike here in Georgia, it's considered a vehicle, and you are required to obey all of the traffic laws of this state, including stopping at a stop sign. 2, wear a quality protective helmet. Head injury is the #1 cause of deaths in bicycle crashes. 3, wear high visibility reflective protective clothing. Colors that stand out: yellow, orange, bright red. These can all be seen by others. And wear reflective clothes too when possible. And here are a couple of helpful hints for all of us to remember. Look twice, save a life. This doesn't just apply to motorcycles, but anytime you're on the road. Always check your blind spot before changing lanes. You should always double check to make sure the road is clear. And 2, let's be attentive to the road when we operate our vehicle. Keep your eyes on the road. Folks, put down that cell phone, keep your eyes ahead, make sure the road is clear, make sure you're being safe. Let's help protect others. And more of Do I Need a Lawyer will be up in just a moment. Call us 770-934-8000.